And this is a $2 billion fund that will protect the jobs of workers affected by President Trump's tariffs. But it'll do much more than that. It will fortify the entire Canadian auto supply chain.
The Liberal leader in Canada's auto heartland to promise support for the sector during the trade war. Mark Carney says the fund would also help build more made-in-Canada auto parts to reduce reliance on the U.S., and adds his government would prioritize buying made-in-Canada cars if elected.
How would he ever crack down on tax evasion, on offshore tax havens, when he's got his money wrapped up in those same havens?
But the Carney campaign is now being dogged by reports that two investment funds Carney once managed are headquartered in Bermuda for tax reasons. The CBC reports that the funds amount to $25 billion in assets.
Liberals force Canadians to pay higher taxes. Mark Carney dodges the bill himself. He thinks millionaires like him shouldn't have to pay.
But Carney says the funds are based in Bermuda to avoid being taxed multiple times. Once when the fund earns money, and again once the money goes to those who invest in them, and claims they're not tax dodges.
The beneficiaries of those pension funds, teachers, retirees, municipal employees, they pay the taxes on their pension. That's the design.
Carney also provided further clarity on his personal finances.
I own nothing but cash and personal real estate. So, that's not going to change.
But did not answer directly if he still has unexercised stock options. Other opposition parties say this is all raising more and more questions of Carney.
Is he really in it for you, or is he in it for the super rich? And I think there's more and more proof showing us that he's not in it for you, that he's in it for the folks that he worked for before.
He comes from a world where the whole income of a small family in Belleuil-Chambly or La Chute is nothing compared to spare change.
In Ottawa, Xiaoli Li, City News.